Hey guys, welcome to the upcoming week analysis video. It's the 29th of April 2018. And we're going to start off by looking at all of the news that happened last week and quickly pull out the main ones so that we can look at the effect for that. And then we'll look at what news is coming out this week so that we can prepare for that. So as we can see, last week on Tuesday we had the CB consumer confidence for USD coming out better than expected, good for USD. On Wednesday there was the crude oil inventories which came out better as well, which was also pretty good for USD. Thursday we had USD core durable goods orders month on month, which came out far worse than expected, 0.0 versus 0.5 expected, not so great. And then we had lower impacts, USD news, durable goods orders month on month, and unemployment claims that came out better than expected. And then on Friday we ended the week strong with our advanced GDP quarter on quarter coming out at 2.3 versus 2.0 expected for USD, so it's another good USD bit of data there. So all in all we had a strong week with the dollar. And if we change over now and instead look at the euro, we can see we had our flash services PMI and flash manufacturing PMI. Both came out either spot on or slightly worse, so it wasn't huge. In fact, there wasn't really anything that came out that was shocking, really. And so it was just pretty stable. And then we'll also quickly have a look at GBP, which as you can see, there wasn't much for. We had the public sector net borrowing, which isn't that important, but did come out better than expected. But the main one was our GBP prelim GDP quarter on quarter, which came out worse than expected, so not great for the British pounds there. And as we can see now, going into this week, we have got a really long week with a lot of news. It's going to be a crazy trading week because there's just so much happening. We can see that we're going to be kicking off Monday. We have a USD core PCE price index month on month and personal spending month on month. And then carrying over into Tuesday, we have the manufacturing PMI for GBP and the ISM manufacturing PMI for USD. On Wednesday, we have the GBP construction PMI, USD crude oil inventories, USD ADP non-farm employment change, the FOMC statement and the federal funds rate. Thursday, we have the GBP services PMI and USD ISM non-manufacturing PMI. And then on Friday for USD, we have average hourly earnings month on month, non-farm employment change and the unemployment rate. So there's definitely a lot of high impact data releases coming out that we need to keep an eye on this month. Mark them up on your calendar because you don't want to get into a trade at the wrong time and be taken out by one of these. But let's go over to the charts and have a look on a technical level. So looking at Euro USD on the daily time frame, we can see we had our first major support coming in here, circa 122.39, which we did break through. You know, this was from all of these lows here that were being rejected 4 times. We eventually broke through, retested it, and then dropped even further, which was a classic entry. We actually got in on a few trades where we got this drop here. However, as you can see, if we zoom out a bit, we have the 2018 highs just over there, which comes in at about 120.40. Sort of comes in with this consolidation zone a little bit there, and it's why we almost tagged on Friday. We've come back up for a bit of a retracement, but honestly, I don't really see it getting past this sort of area here at 121.89 or 121.90. As soon as it gets up to here, it's just going to fall back down to our 120.40 mark again. So that's what we'll be looking for this week on Euro USD. Probably a pullback on Monday, might take Tuesday as well, and then a drop down to here. That's based purely on technical analysis. It doesn't include the data releases because they could send this either which way, which is why I said you need to keep an eye on it, figure out what's happening after the news comes out, and then let the market tell you which way it wants to go. But ideally, this is the way that we expect it to go. So for Euro USD, basically I'm not going to be trading it Monday or Tuesday until it's come up here, because you can't be buying it here. It's obviously now gone into a strong downtrend. It's overextended from the moving averages and almost on the RSI, so you can't look to sell it yet either. Just sit on your hands and wait for the pullback and then sell it down to here. That'll be a nice trade for the week. If we do break into our consolidation zone up here, so above 122.39 again, just leave it because it's just going to bounce around and be choppy in here until some news comes out that pushes it either above or back below again. So now over on GBP USD, you can see that for the entire last week or even 2 weeks, it's just been battered. It's been dropped completely, all the way up from 143.45 all the way down to 137.75. That's a pretty big drop over 2 weeks. And you can see that in terms of the moving averages, we're far overextended. We've come down and hit support at 137.58, which was formed from these lows here. And coincidentally, if we zoom out, it's actually kind of in the Brexit area as well, the pre-Brexit lows. However, what we actually can kind of see here is that all of this has just been people selling, expecting the data releases for GBP in the next week and last week as well to be bad. And why are people expecting it to be bad? Well, obviously Britain got battered with all of the snow at the start of the year, which affected a lot of data releases And so that's what's been happening here. People have been pricing that in and selling it ahead of time. However, I didn't really expect it to come out shocking. When the data releases come out, everyone would have already expected it and priced it in. So when we get the bad reading, it won't matter too much. And if we get a way worse reading, which is going to be quite hard to do, then that would make it drop more. However, what's more likely to happen is we'll get a good reading that people weren't expecting, which will then push it back up again. And we'll end up bouncing from the 137.58 area, probably all the way back up to the middle of this area. So we'll say 140.27 or just the 140 even handle. And you can see then that's actually where the moving averages are as well. So by the time we get back up to here, we might find sellers and carry on dropping again because we have formed a double top here on a technical level. But because so many people are short here, we're basically going to be stop running all of those people that have gone short. As price comes in on Monday and starts to rise up, everyone who was selling here is getting stopped out, stopped out, stopped out, stopped out. And it will just take us nice and quickly and easily up to our 140 even handle. So that's the trade I'm going to be looking for. Look for a buy signal on Monday and just try and get into this. Do be careful with the news that it's going to be a risky trade because of that. However, we do expect it to go in our way, and so it's a risk I'm willing to take. The only way you can look to sell this, guys, is if we break through the 137.58 mark, which is this yellow line, and then we could look to come down, probably bounce off of these highs, or even these highs here, which come in at about 136.14. So probably down to here, we'd come up and retrace, and it's on this retrace and rejection to the downside that we would enter. So you wouldn't just sell as soon as it hits here, you wait for it to start heading back down, you can sell, and then you take it down past the previous lows here, and take it back down to around here, down at the 159 even mark. I really don't expect to see this happen though, so I'm just going to be looking to buy it back up to the 140 even mark. And guys, last but not least, we have USD JPY, and as we can see, we pretty much had this consolidation zone down here, which was at the bottom of a downtrend. We got stuck in here for a while. Horrible market to try and trade. Tried to break out to the downside but failed. Buyers jumped in hard and have sort of just pushed it up through the top since. Now we have broken out of here now and come up, but started to retrace again, which is normal, we expect that. And as you can see on the far left over here, we've got this low, which we then retraced from and then came down through and broke with some indecision around there. So it shows us this is a nice strong support area where we're going to find buyers, like we did the last time. And that's at 108.50, so we can expect to see price come down to test there again. It's right near the moving averages as well, so using our strategy we can get an entry. And then we can expect to take it up past the previous high there. And if we zoom out, we can look for a good level to get out. And it's going to be somewhere around there, the 110.80. Of course, you have 110 even just before that, which is coincidentally quite near the top of where we're retracing here. So I'd probably buy at the bottom when I get the buy signal. Take off pretty much all of the profits when we get to this high here, and just leave a little bit to run through. Or you can use 2 take profits, which if we post a signal will be how it is. There'll be 1 take profit here for half of the position, and then 1 up here just before the major resistance area for another take profit. With this one, guys, you really can't look to sell it anytime this week. You would have to break through all of this support zone down here in the red box, and break through 105.32, which is just so far away. You're not going to get there in a week, so just don't even look at selling USD JPY this week. If you're a scalper, you could sell it as we get back down to here, but I'm not going to be looking to do that. I'm just going to look to buy and take it back up again. So guys, that is it for our upcoming week analysis. Hopefully you can use this to help you try and place some trades this week, and of course throughout the week we're going to be posting signals anyway. For anyone who isn't already in the Telegram group, there'll be 2 links in the description. One of them will take you to the group chat where you can join and network with other traders who you can learn from, share ideas with, and the second link will be to the Signals channel, which is where I post my trades that I'm taking for you guys to copy for free, so that you can profit from our trades. And for anyone who wants to take trading more seriously, we do have a VIP Academy where you get personal mentorship, training courses, even more signals, and loads of other cool benefits, and you can join that for free as well. Just join the Telegram group down below and you can speak to me when you're in there with details on how to join that. So guys, it's going to be a busy week. Good luck trading, and I'll see you next time.